In this video we share Padre Pio on the conversion of Russia. Of all the manuscripts in all the world, the one I want with all my soul is the Prophecies of Padre Pio. By all accounts it is a chunky volume of notes that is housed at the friary in San Giovanni Rotondo where Pio had his ministry for 52 years. It is a written log of the predictions that Pio made about the future, events that were to take place after his death in 1968. But there were times when Padre Pio shared certain visions he had about the future that speak to us now more than ever. Father John P. Duggan was a chaplain in the U.S. Army. He belonged to the 304th Wing of the 15th Air Force and was stationed at Cerignola, a little under an hour's drive from Padre Pio's friary. Father Duggan was a lion-hearted priest who at the time was in his 30s. This was in the early 1940s, and Padre Pio was in his 50s, but Padre Pio was not well known in America, and while Father Duggan never witnessed Padre Pio do anything spectacular, he acted as an ambassador for Padre Pio and brought many American servicemen to meet Padre Pio. In this, Father Duggan showed himself to be of great faith and deep humility. He was a priest who was introducing the soldiers under his spiritual care to another priest who he knew could lead these men in higher ways. When Father Duggan asked Padre Pio about the future of America and Russia, Padre Pio said plainly, "The Russian people will be converted. Their total conversion will happen very fast. The conversion of the United States will be slow but sure." On another occasion, Padre Pio reiterated this same second sight when he was talking to an American soldier, Leon Fanning. Corporal Fanning, as he was then, had felt a call to be a priest but could not pursue his vocation because he'd been drafted. No one had breathed a word to Padre Pio that Leon Fanning was hoping to become a man of the cloth, but when Padre Pio met him, he said, "Your name is not just Leon. Someday it will be Father Leon." Fanning was confirmed in his vocation and he believed in Padre Pio's supernatural gift to read the future. Padre Pio's words all came to pass. When Leon Fanning was discharged, he returned to America and was ordained in 1954. He was a priest for the next 54 years. But while he spent time with Padre Pio, the young Fanning asked Padre Pio about the conversion of Russia and he received this reply, "Yes, Russia will be converted as the Blessed Virgin said she would. However, Russia will teach the United States a lesson in conversion." When we merge the two prophecies, we have the following: yes, the Russian people will be converted to the faith and it will be a very rapid metamorphosis of a nation that has currently a population of over 144 million. In contrast, the US will be slower but real, and will copy the Christian ways of Russia. Recently at a dinner party, I was asked if Padre Pio had ever said anything about Russia, and when I quoted Padre Pio, essentially that the Russians will give Americans an example of being faithful in the Christian faith, it didn't not go down so well. I submit that this takes humility to process that the Russians will be faith leaders, especially by their example of swift, stunning conversion. We need Father Duggan's humility. In tandem, we may bear in mind our history of the last 100 years when nations around the globe copied Russia. Our Lady of Fatima foretold on the eve of the Communist Revolution that the errors of Russia would spread, and indeed they did. But the reverse can happen, too, if in the coming times the failings of Russia will be cast aside and instead her faith will spread. Please visit Mary's blog for more info on this. Thank you for supporting my channel. May God bless you and keep you. Our Lady, Queen of Peace, pray for us.